Hey folks, so today I wanted to show you how I made this steak for some steak sandwiches that the hubby and I had at home. We generally do like at least once a week a date night, so I'll make dinner, we'll watch stuff on TV, things that we had recorded that we both watched, together on the DVR. So I made this sandwich and some fries, something that was quick once I came home from work. So basically what I did was the day before was I got some thin steaks. It's a little fatty, but it's a thin cut. I'm not using like ribeyes or New York strip steaks, so I'm using like a very thin cut of these steaks. I added some Oklahoma Joe's rib rub, and I have that recipe on my website at plussizeInChicago.com. I also added some Asian cooking wine, and that basically just to help it be like a marinade so that it's going to sit overnight. I also added a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, or the W sauce, because I know I jacked up that name. So I'm adding, you can use any type of all-purpose seasoning, as well as some type of like liquid that's going to help break down that meat so it's easy to cook the next day. So I have this marinating overnight in the fridge. Came home from work, added some olive oil, some butter, as well as some minced garlic to the skillet. And I had my steak sitting out for about 15 minutes before adding it to the skillet. And I'm going to sear that for about 5 minutes on each side on medium heat. And I have a few pieces of steak, so what I'm going to do is again sear each side for 5 minutes, and I'm going to place them on a plate and continue to do each batch. Once all of those are done on each side, I'm going to put all those pieces of steak inside of this pan, cover it, simmer it for about 25 minutes just to help them get a little bit more tender, kind of like braising it. So while that's happening, I am getting my veggies together. So my husband and I, we both eat mushrooms on our sandwiches, but my husband does not eat onions. So I'm using a separate pan to do some onions and some bell peppers. Again, I basically have some olive oil as well as some butter in there, and I'm just going to saute the vegetables. Doing the same for each pan, sauteing with butter and olive oil for the mushrooms as well as the bell peppers and onions. Once those are done, I'm just basically going to pour those mushrooms inside of the same pan as the bell peppers and onions just to make some room on the stove. And like I said earlier, this is just something that I do that's quick and easy for when I get home from work. When I do work in the office, it's basically like 2 days a week. But when I come home on that night, I do not want to do too much and don't have to spend too much time in the kitchen. So this is something that you can do that's quick. Now, the type of buns that you use is up to you. So you can use some French rolls. I'm using some ciabatta rolls this time. And any type of bread that I use for a sandwich like this, I'm going to toast those buns. So I have some butter in a pan, and I have the ciabatta rolls. I'm basically going to cook those again on like a medium heat for about 5 minutes. On the side, I have a pot of cooking oil. I'm using canola oil, and I'm frying some French fries. So this is how the bread looks once it's done toasting. So those are both sides. So yeah, so once that's done, I'm basically going to be doing that again in batches. I also have my French fries. I basically did like 2 pans of French fries, and that's because although we're eating this tonight, we're also going to have sandwiches the next day when I'm home and when I finish working, because I'm a remote worker too. I don't want to have to cook once I finish working. So just some ideas for you, whether it's for your hubby or your wife or for your kids too, or just for yourself. If you want to have a meal that is readily available for you, to have some leftovers, this is something that you can do and it's quick and easy. Now on those ciabatta rolls, I'm adding some mayo. I'm also adding some Gouda cheese, some sliced cheese. You can use whatever condiments that you like on your sandwiches. And basically I'm just going to plate this up. So I'm going to add the steak and I'm going to add the veggies. Now again, like I said, for me, I like the onions and the bell peppers. I also like the mushrooms. The hubby's only going to have mushrooms on his because he doesn't want all the other things. So I also have some elote seasoning. You can find that seasoning online on Amazon. I do have an Amazon influencer page, and I'll have that seasoning there if you want to buy it online. So when I fry foods, I always use a paper towel to help drain the extra oil, even though I'm using canola oil and it's a more healthier oil, at least for frying. So yeah, friends, that's it. I hope you like what I cooked in the kitchen. If you are a follower of any of my accounts, thank you so much for coming back. If you're watching this on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, shout out to everyone who subscribed to my channel or you're following me on those particular social media platforms. If you're new here, my name is Angela, and this is my account, Plus Size in Chicago, where I make a lot of easy-to-cook comfort food meals. You'll also see me reviewing different restaurants in the greater Chicagoland area or showing you places I ate while visiting while on vacation. Be sure to subscribe or follow me. Also leave a comment and share the video with your friends and family. I'll see you guys next time.